in the house. I'm the only one. So now you can see our humble kitchen. And I am boiling something. Not sure how. I'm boiling something. I would like to explore the difference. The difference of the experience of being on being on TikTok and YouTube. Because before I was also on TikTok. But now I prefer YouTube, to be honest. Because with YouTube, it feels like you're provided with the blank canvas. You can go wild with it. You can explore. At least that's how I feel. You're provided with this canvas or with this bus ticket with no destination, and you decide which route you will take, or how would you like your approach in taking this route. Do you want this route to just point A to point B, or is it like some kind of train that stops at multiple points? Or with the canvas, for example, you decide what color or how much contrast, or yeah, basically it's just a medium that is so open to exploration. I feel more freedom in this kind of, I feel more freedom because it feels like I'm just sitting on the edge of the universe and speaking how it's like to be human. That's how it feels here. Like, just sitting on the edge of the universe, and if there's someone out there, if there's someone who is alive, whichever form that you're in, please, if you hear me, show some signs that you are alive. That kind of feeling. I feel like I'm on the edge of the universe. But with TikTok, I feel like everyone is on my face all the time. I cannot make something. That's how it feels in there. Like, and it's not even obvious when you're immersed in there. It's not even obvious. I feel like everyone is just on my face saying, oh, hashtag this, hashtag trends, hashtag, this is what, how this is how you should sound, this is your accent, this is, that is how I felt, at least, now that I have strayed away from it and I tried to look back on it. I feel like I cannot make mistakes or something. Like, there is always someone just lurking in the dark, waiting to attack me if, for example, my grammar is wrong. And it's so... That's how I feel. But in the first, in first, during the first, it's quite strange because it's not always like that. It's just always on the late. It's just on the late stage that I am there, that I decided, well, this is draining my energy. I'm gonna go away. I'm gonna go away. But when I first entered there, it feels like, oh, there's so much freedom. Everyone is being themselves. There's all sorts of things in here, and it's so nice that everyone is just being themselves and supporting each other. And like, oh, it's so nice to be updated with something all the time. What's happening? It depends on what's happening. It's always nice to be updated. The stove just turned off by itself. Just a second. Excuse me for a bit. I don't know what changed. I don't know why it changed. And maybe it's just me also. I don't know really. I'm not sure. Because I felt it when I started the YouTube. I felt it when I started it. I'm not sure if I can speak about this. I'm not sure. I'm being held on the neck. Should I speak about this? I know that this. And I recognize that because I see the comment section all the time on TikTok. There is always a mean person or someone is saying something mean. Strangely enough, I didn't see this on Facebook, that the mean comment section. I don't think I have experienced this on Facebook. People fighting, yes, I see it. People trying to fight with each other. For example, someone's husband has been stolen by someone and they're trying to fight online. That I saw. But I'm not sure about the comment section. I cannot remember that people are saying something mean. But at first it was like in TikTok. At first I was so happy that I was there because I'm always updated. I'm always like, and people are so free to just express themselves and but then as time went by, I'm starting to see what it does to me. For example, like for example, I can give a concrete sort of. For example, someone will speak about dating. And I know for a fact that I'm not looking for a man. And then when I got off the app, I suddenly feel like, oh, maybe I should be dating. Because sometimes the algorithm, for example, sends me like, oh, this is how like, this is like a man, like this is how you get the man to be interested in you. Or something like that. It will cross my feed. And then suddenly, even if I know that I don't want something, I suddenly want. Why? It turned off again. What you doing, bro? This, bro. Don't do this, bro. Don't do this. But yeah, maybe I just grew out of it. I don't know. Yeah. And also another thing that I noticed about it is that it's like when you it's like when you move out of your country, for example, you don't really notice that you have an accent until you go to another place where they sound differently. Then you notice maybe that you have an accent. It's like that. I suddenly see things more clearly, that how it affected how I think or how I see things, or how maybe even my accent, because there is a TikTok accent. Have you noticed this? There is a TikTok accent, and I can hear it sometimes when I see shorts or some YouTube videos. There is an accent. And I communicated this with one of the people who were in the same class as me. And she said, yeah, that makes sense. She said, that makes sense because you're in the same sort of sphere. Like a town. It's not, yeah, at least that's how I interpreted it. Yeah, it makes sense because it's the same space and people are hanging out in here all the time. Of course, there's gonna be an accent. It's gonna be. They will start to sound like the same because people are hanging out in this space a lot. And even if they're from different parts of the world, they have this common space that they spend a lot of time being immersed in. I was also encountering, I encountered this video of someone who has just recently established themselves in an industry. And then when I saw how the person behaved, I'm like, this is TikTok behavior. It's so like my hair is raising on the arms. I'm not sure exactly what gave me that impression. It's more like It's more like the feeling of it. Maybe because, yeah, you know, the human brain remembers patterns. And when I was there for a long time, I started 2020, maybe 2020. And I left 2023. I forgot exactly what year it was. So I have seen the behavior or manner of storytelling, even if it's in different topics that they're speaking about. You can see that there is something common. There is, and also every now and then someone would show me their algorithm. Someone would show me a video, or for example, my host kids will show me something. That's actually how I got into TikTok. When I was in Norway, my host kid made me a TikTok account. That's how I got in there. And she showed me these videos of and she's 13, I think. She showed me what's flowing in her algorithm. So maybe somehow my brain recognized TikTok behavior as some kind of common. And also when I see also the other people's, when they see me, show me. Like when I saw this person, I'm like, this is TikTok behavior. And I was right. This person really was from TikTok. I'm like, that makes so much sense because the alignment is there, like ding. It is alignment of the I don't know, the feeling. Is it feeling or just this? It's just like when you have been on a place before and you hear some kind of accent. You know that it's from there because you've already heard or maybe lived in the place. You recognize. So, yeah. I'm like, I would like to express that because you might misinterpret me. I'm just expressing this as observation or some things that I notice. This is not a criticism. This is a discussion of like things one noticed from the previous internet space where she has participated in. So I'm like, yeah. The closest thing that I could describe the feeling was when I was in Belgium. When I visited, not when I lived. When I visited, one of my host kids, we were in the station, nearby the station, Ghent. One of my host kids was with her friend. And we happened to pass by a guy who's smoking. And suddenly this guy just blew a big puff of smoke. And the wind happened to be blowing this way, and this is where we are. So we smelled all the, And the kids, the way that they reacted to it was that they made the and they made sure that the guy heard it. And I was trying my best not to laugh, and I just walk with my head down, but really I was trying. I want to laugh. So yeah, that's a similar feeling to what this person has given me. The same feeling that how the girls reacted to the guy smoking, and they smelled all the smoke. This is similar to how I felt when I saw how the person was behaving. This is similar to, yeah. Yeah, it's just strange how yeah.